Hey. So, as the plant ancient event draws to its close, we finally have the final ancient to hatch from this event, which is, of course, Mr. Foroskke. And Foroskke is the major reward dragon for collecting every other ancient in the Origin of Plant event. So, without further ado, let us hatch him. So this is my first ever major reward ancient, mainly because I've never had a loot box chest dragon before, but here is Foroskke, who is an ancient, divine, and plant dragon. So of course with little Foroskke here being a major reward dragon, he does have very high base stats, and that's why lots of people tend to use these dragons on their teams, and plus ancient plus divine, that could be really useful. Anyway, you've collected a new dragon. Foroskke is the ancient divine of all things green and photosynthetic. Whether it walks, plant life sprouts, and thrives as a result of the overflowing life energy it carries. Emphasis on overflowing. I did say weather, I meant wherever. Anyway, you get the point, right? He cultivates plants wherever he pleases. I've got to say, he's quite a cute baby. Look at this little baby. He's got like a really big head and his stomach's just a little bit podging out. I can appreciate that. Very cute little baby. So of course we will be leveling up this dragon, and first we're going to watch him stomp around a little bit. Little Foroskke, come on, jump for it. Is it cruel to treat a god this way? Although I suppose in baby form he probably doesn't know what's going on. I guess it's only bad if I do that after we level him up, which we are doing right now. And I've had a few people ask, am I going to use Foroskke in my team? Foroskke isn't actually that fantastic for my team because I've already got every element that Foroskke has. But technically if I wanted to just add him as my 8th level 100, I could, because I've only got one ancient on the team currently, and having two wouldn't hurt. And Foroskke is obviously pretty decent, but look at him eating up all that food. He went from being a tiny boy to being a chunky monkey boy very quick. But we will be taking him... Oh gosh, he's bigger than the actual screen. Look, he's too big for the screen. We will be taking him into a battle very quickly, but just before that, I do want to take a look at Foroske's base stats for anyone that is, you know, interested in knowing what these are. Because, like I said, these ancient dragons, they're all exception dragons pretty much, and Foroskke being a super exception ancient does mean that his stats are really high. So his base health is 290 and his attack 90. So yeah, that's higher than everyone else on my entire team by far for both stats. So having that much damage is really good with ancient. The plant isn't quite as good as it used to be because of the changes to sigils, but you can still use it. But the primary elements on Foroskke are going to be that ancient and divine, really. The main ones people will use on their teams. But that is little Durr, and like I said, we will be using him in a battle in a second, but just before that, I also want to hatch another dragon, which is a little Pinky Bloom, which was the dragon of the week for this week, and you know, the sister to the Blue Bloom dragon. Well, that's how I like to think about her anyway. And there's Blue Bloom just 2 off to the right of her. Isn't that nice? All the plant bros coming in together. So Pink Bloom and Blue Bloom dragons live together in big groups. The Pink Blooms are raised to be leaders and can be seen swaying their glowing tails in dark fields to call nightly gatherings. Aw, that's cute. You're a little leader to the little flower pack, are you? Aw, isn't that nice, Moke? Little Moke isn't quite as stroppy as Foroskke is, you know, tumbling around all over the place. But, kind of looks like a snake. The face looks very snaky. Am I the only one that... Maybe not. And she kind of looks like a snake, but as soon as she gets into her adult form, she definitely no longer looks like a snake. I'll, like, see this in a second, how different the baby is compared to the adult. It's mainly because the back grows out and looks like a fully grown flower, shall we say. So I suppose it's like a little bud, and then she grows up into her beautiful flowery form, which is very nice. Thank you, Monk, for joining us on our journey to more and more DML dragons. You will notice we do have another pixie dot in here. I guess we'll just pop her down somewhere. Yeah, fine. Look, she's getting put in the dragon vault with everyone else. Sucks for her. But anyway, if we come back into this map here, let's take our little Foroskke in for a quick battle. He's a level 30, right? So if we take on, what's a level 30-ish battle? This one? Okay, we'll do this one. So, I don't know. Will I end up using him? Probably not. But, you know, there's always a possibility. Always a possibility, I suppose. But, I don't know. I'm undecided. I did say a long time ago that I was going to use Ceremony. Oh my goodness, you can barely even see Homala. That's how big Foroskke is. He's just such a big boy. Anyway, like I said, I did say at one point that I was going to use Ceremony and level him up. That's still in the works. It's not something that I'm going to never do. One day it will happen. It's just right now we don't have another 300 and whatever million food. So we can't level up another dragon to level 100. But maybe soon. And then at that point it's like, basically the options are Foroskke or Ceremony. And some of you are going to be thinking, Ceremony, why would you even consider it? Well, he is my lord and my saviour, so that's why. So it's difficult. Do I pick the meme or do I pick actual usage? It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. A very close call from me. Maybe I'll do a poll closer to the time. It'll be like, do I use Foroskke or do I use Ceremony? Vote below. Vote below, and then if I ever do another one, maybe we'll see then. Should we get Foroskke to destroy someone? How can we do this? Will it work if I put Mally here and Foroskke Posky in here? I think it will, right? I think it will. Come on, Foroskke Posky. Don't one-shot him. Don't one-shot him, please. Damn it. Okay, whatever. Curse you, Malice Striker. We could probably do it with Ancient Skill, but, you know, he sort of has to survive long enough, and he's not going to survive against Malice Striker. Unless Malice Striker misses. I just want to see you destroy him. No, you're not going to do this for me. You're not going to fulfill my grave fantasy of just being able to demolish Malice Striker. You're not going to do it? No, he's not going to miss. You know, of all the times I've seen boss dragons miss, why not right now? Can't you just be nice to me, game? There we go. This is what I wanted. Lovely. Did I gain anything for that? No. But am I feeling good? Yes. Don't ask. I don't know. It was just like, I could destroy Malice Striker with Foroskke right now. Shall I do it? Yes. I could have done it with Ancient Skill. I could have done it with the Divine Bless like I just did then. There's a few different ways you can manipulate things in DML. Like, you can make level 20s and level 30s have quite a few billion damage. And it's quite nice. I wish it would stop telling me to upgrade that Subdue Sigil. I'm not going to do it. So stop asking me to. Jeez. Like, can't the game just catch a hint? If I didn't want to do it before, I don't want to do it now. I do hope that one day they do manage to balance sigils. But I don't know how you're going to balance sigils in DML when, like, what you just saw there. If you just have a higher level dragon, then you can make level 30s feel like level 100s. They feel like it. They're not quite there, obviously, but that's what they feel like. And, you know, with the leech coming in, then you can basically destroy dragons that are 40 levels above you. I don't know how they're ever going to balance sigils if they ever do, because there are just some sigils like Turtle, which are terrible. Compared to other sigils, they're just so useless. Defiance is also pretty bad right now. The only reason I sort of mini-memed about it, but not really memed about Legendary Evasion, is purely for the insane damage bonus. But it's not enough. It's not enough to beat Wonder Acceptance. What a sad world we live in, where we just rely on divines for everything. It is very, very sad indeed. But look at the amount of acceptance sigils I've got on everyone. I need 5 epics minimum. I'm gonna be here forever. DML is going to suck out the remainder of my life as I try to collect enough sigils and trinkets just to get some more sigils. But I guess I'm doing it to myself. I could just not bother, which would be very lazy, but it is possible for me to just not bother. But it feels like heresy to do so. But at least now we've got a lot more ancients coming in. Now we're up to 156,000 DCP, which is lovely. We'll get to Pinata one day, I'm sure. By then there'll probably be another 2 reward dragons available, but like I said, let me know. Should I upgrade this big boy, or should I upgrade God? Where is he actually? God, hello, where are you? Anyone else see him? I think he's here. There he is. There he is, you old silly Billy, you. I could get him up to 8 stars, but probably not a good idea until he's, fully upgraded. One day you'll be there, ceremony chap, and we will decimate everyone in the arena. That's been my goal for a long time, to just go in this arena and just demolish everyone with a ceremony. Because, I can go in here and just defeat everyone, easy peasy, no worries. But wouldn't it be infinitely better to be able to do it with a ceremony? Do you not agree? No? No? And yes, I know that Apollo is basically divine ceremony, but Apollo, it's not quite the same. Apollo actually has some level of use, whereas ceremony being so bad and yet frequently seen in so many places, it makes me want to use him. Our god may not be the base stat strongest dragon in DML, but he is the strongest in my heart. And that's all that matters. But yeah, I have been, trying to collect some more arena tokens by doing arena fights every so often, at least getting to the 6 wins, and then that way you do get bonus arena gems every single time. And that means that when you do eventually, if you haven't already, want to go for one of the leaderboard dragons, then you might have hundreds and hundreds of arena gems to use. Because some weeks people might get up to, 400,000. Well, I say weeks. The arena time frames are shorter than that, but we've got a day left. And right now on the leaderboard, the highest person's at 470,000. This is pretty middling, if not a little bit on the lower side for what I'd expect. Recently I did see a few leaderboards where people were scoring in the millions. As in like 1.4 million, which is a lot of arena gems. But for people that do end up sitting there and hoarding them, they want the dragon, which is fair. And some people obviously will just use gems to do it as well. So it's difficult to tell whether you are just going against a gemmer or an actual arena gemmer. Well, I guess that means that everyone's a gemmer, really. But if you try and pick someone that doesn't seem too pay to win, then you just hope and pray that their supply of arena gems isn't gonna last much longer. Sometimes it does. And sometimes you are going to waste all of your arena gems for nothing. But it's natural. Whenever we have leaderboards and these sorts of I guess you could call them competitive events. They're kind of competitive, but it does just come down to who has the most gems saved, really. But when it does come to that, people do tend to spend their gemmers to get it. So, for anyone that's never had an arena dragon before, or never tried to go through on the leaderboards and you are considering it, I would normally suggest, like I've got 66 right now, I'd probably suggest that you not touch it until you get to about 250. That's if you want to have a really good shot of getting the arena dragon that week. But you do you. Try out some things, maybe you'll win at like 100k. I know on Kindle people get a really easy set of leaderboards, so maybe on Kindle you only need to get like 50k. And I'm not even joking. Some of the leaderboards are so low on Kindle. But anyway, I do wish you the very best of luck with everything you've got planned in game. If you didn't manage to get Foroskke, well, hopefully you get a major reward next time. And if you did get Foroskke, I guess let me know if you're going to use him or if he's just there to look pretty and cultivate more plants and trees for you. But anywho, for now, thank you for joining me and Foroskke. And until next time, I hope to see you then.